Hey everybody, this is going to be a zodiac specific reading for you. We're still figuring out who you are at this point. Who are you? Scorpio. You've been at the bottom of the deck here looking at me for quite a while. It looks like you've been looking for some messages and not able to find some guidance perhaps. Looking for some answers. What is it that you're looking at intently, Scorpio? Let's hope we can get to the bottom of it. First, let's start out with the wild animal here, animal totems, for some insight into your energy, beneficial and supportive energies that are coming forward for Scorpio. We have elephant first, and cougar under the deck, humpback whale singer. Okay. So under the deck is your energy. Perhaps we should start there because that's water. So humpback whale singer is all about whale song. It's about soul resonance and harmonics. And when somebody speaks, I think that what we're talking about is that Scorpio, I think you can tell somebody's authenticity and their genuine or not genuine nature very instinctually. And so I think that you're the type of Scorpio who has a very tight circle, an inner circle, and those people know what you're about. And the people that are not inside that inner circle, they can only speculate, because I think that you're a lot deeper than what you allow people to witness and penetrate into your personality. But because of the depth that you've met yourself, I believe that you can really look into other people at a deep level, maybe deeper than some of them have met themselves. I mean, all of these things are typical to the evolved Scorpio, and I feel like that's who I'm speaking with here. It says, sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. So I think that part of you may have taken this in stride in some way or in some developing circumstance here that we're talking about, and and maybe there's something here about compromising your intuitive psychic nature, like something that's kind of tried to steal your song perhaps. And so I think that you're starting to recognize something that escaped your attention previously about someone's intentions in this circumstance. And so I think that even though your intuition was kind of saying something was wrong, I think that what we're talking about is that you couldn't quite pinpoint it. And so maybe this person was kept on the outside. Maybe for some of you, this person was able to misrepresent and gain access to you in some way. Um, but it looks like you're really taking back your power from the situation, because cougar says assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. So power comes out twice, right? The power in your soul. Elephant, greatness was the first one popping out. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone that you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So, yeah, there's something here about taking back your power, being a strong, courageous leader, and overcoming, and that your success is the natural outcome of this situation. So that's very positive and hopeful to start out this reading. I'd like to get some astrological cards. The only cards I've taken out of this deck are the zodiac signs, so we won't have that. little chipmunk trying to get some attention here in the side. Uh, and there's something here about distractions too, right? Nothing can stop you or keep you. Yeah, nothing can distract you from the truth and from clarity. I think that your integrity speaks for itself in some situations. So the fact that that's coming up, maybe there's an element of gossip or reputation. But I think that there are plenty of individuals that would sing your praises here. I think that's something that you do that comes across as fearless and assertive and bold has challenged another individual to speak about you, but they don't know you. I think that's the common thread here. So a couple of the cards coming out. The first one is 10th house. This may be at work, in your career, in some type of social, external situation where people, yeah, the reputation is is handled by the 10th house here. And we're seeing this series of mountains and authority, assertive authority, leadership. So someone that is below you, so to speak, is challenging you and challenging a reputation of greatness. It's like you're undaunted in some ways. But here we have South Node past. Maybe somebody's bringing up something, a distant past way that you used to be, or maybe somebody from, let's say, for instance, school era is like, oh, well, this person used to do this and this, and so that means this about them. But yeah, that whole saying about don't judge me on the past, I don't live there anymore, is coming through. It's like you've already achieved quite a bit here. Series nurture. It looks like you've also been somebody who has mentored or assisted other people to be healthy, empowered leaders as well. You're a strong mentor and you have a good reputation in that regard. Let's get just a few more here. Neptune vision. I get with that one, yes, you've got a strong vision, and people have a strong opinion about you. You're probably somebody who either somebody's going to love you or somebody's going to demonize you right off the bat because you have a powerful personality that sometimes challenges other people's lack of vision. Not to demean anyone else, we're all here with our various things, but it kind of looks like somebody wants to challenge your ideas and opinions rather than foster their own or to build cooperatively with you. This could even be members of a cooperative board and someone subtly kind of trying to gain the attention, or like, what is that saying, to tug on the ears of others. I'm seeing the ears of this elephant, and is it bend the ear? Is that what the saying is? It's like somebody's trying to like whisper about, well, what I heard, and just kind of to undermine some type of situation. Pluto, rebirth, yeah, power struggles. Somebody wants what you have here, but you've put in a lot of past effort with this mountainous hiker and the past and the vision. It's like you've developed yourself, um, you've developed your character, and it speaks for itself. So there's a shift in this situation. I think let's move away from that deck, because here we also have, you can overcome any problem. You'll naturally and easily achieve success. Some of the cards coming out in the pre-shuffle, I have on this deck, create space for new love. On the back of that, it says, when a thing hurts your eyes, stop looking at it. When it hurts your ears, stop listening to it. So somebody here is trying to spread some disinformation or harmful, hurtful information, or somebody's just overall negatively speaking, and it's messing with your peace. It's toxifying your deep waters here. And when it hurts your heart, stop justifying it. I love you so much, the universe. It's like, yeah, I love you, but I can't be next to you type of thing. So it could be somebody that you love. It doesn't have to be a group dynamic. Could be like one of your parents or a family member that's constantly um, going on in a direction that doesn't feel comfortable to you or something, but you're going to set some type of perspective or a limitation. You're going to assert a boundary about the type of things that you can have in your space. It could even be like the type of content um, or music that you're exposed to in like let's say in the office place, everybody gets a chance to play some music, and somebody wants to play this music that's all about something that's very demeaning or somehow or other is just not of a high vibrational content. And it's like, let's all just agree that we should have a standard or something like that. Like, whatever it might be, setting limits with your kids about content, whatever it might be. So here we also have the need to clarify, explain, or justify oneself in a personal relationship is always self serving. What's important is knowing the truth about why you felt the need, because it often points to insecurities that could be dealt with in more effective ways. Hi ho, the universe. So, yeah, some type of speech, somebody is trying to speak or justify a point here, and it's yeah, whatever is being expressed can sometimes be something that we need to look at the motivations behind. So if this is you, then take it with a grain of salt, but I sense that it's probably somebody you're dealing with. Now, some pre-messages from the Akashic Tarot deck. I don't know if this will pertain to you specifically, but we have Eight of Keys, the Master Artisan, Two of Forces, the Willow, and Two of Roses, Winged Messengers. So for some of you, this is definitely going to be a situation pertaining to you and one specific other, or with your personal relationships. And for some it will be intimate partnership. For others it will be with a person in a position of authority, or some type of power position like a boss or some other leader. But it's talking about our leadership within this situation. So to me it appears in the pre energy. Oh, and under the deck we have two, the Akashic Library. Akashic Library is about our ability to, as we started out this reading, to instinctually tap into the inner motivations and with our gut instinct about other people's character and insight, and the level of their authenticity and genuine nature. So being able to be clued into that, it's like we're understanding, we're getting several pieces of knowledge. I'm hearing 8 key pieces of information or key points that are coming to our attention that speak about some type of incongruity or some type of distortion of reality, if you can get my meaning, or something that is like a story not adding up, because you are looking at some powerful points of information, and it looks to me like somebody's not getting a fair shake in a situation. And this may be you reviewing some past information here about another individual, perhaps in regards to for some, this has to do with something financial, like um, bad business or somebody skim and till or something such as that, where there's been some lack of integrity with handling of money and distribution of wealth and the fair and honest operations of that. So we'll just leave that there. But there's this regeneration here, and it looks like you're able to sit down and have a one-on-one with somebody here. And this is talking about a soulmate situation. Um, so yeah, again, this could be so many different types of situations. You'll have to take it how you will. But there's somebody here that is, okay, I want to represent both sides. Some people may find that there's been some types of secret meetings, or maybe you are having some behind the scenes meetings to speak to some individuals about possible corruption or some type of gossip, and or to advocate for something that's been that needs to be brought to people's attention to revitalize and um, correct something to do with power, money, control. Um, and it's going to take you perhaps to step forward in this. So, under the deck here, we have number 10, the light of the world. For some of you, this may be somebody who you see as potentially corrupt that's representing themselves as um, a person in a trusted position of power, like the head of a church or the head of an organization, or somebody who is supposed to be helping. And I don't know if it, I mean, it's reminding me of the situation where uh, there was this one group of social workers that I was made aware of by somebody who worked there, and certain individuals were getting paid a lot of money, and they would come in, they would be on the phone, they'd be doing their personal business, they'd make up some lies and some information about what they had done with their work, and then they'd go to lunch for 2 hours, and then they'd come back, make an appearance, do whatever they had to do on the computer for themselves, and then they'd go home early. So they weren't actually doing the social work in the way that they were supposed to. It's something type of that where it's like you're getting tired of something, you had a gut instinct from the beginning, and you're starting to gain the information necessary to help resolve something that's been unfair. You're exposing something. So here we have Adsum and the Buddha prepares. Whew, you've been doing your research. Look at this. So you've been getting intuitive insights from your spiritual team to prepare you for this next level. So I don't know if somehow you are able to expose somebody in a position of power, and that puts you in the difficult position of then being in line to assume their position, which kind of can sound or seem to some like this was done for your own personal gain. But I think that spirit is helping you and guiding and guarding you to say, it's up to you to actually embody this and to expose this and to take up your own personal power in this situation. Let's get some code cards here to help us understand what else is going to be helpful or beneficial to you in navigating this interesting and delicate situation. Okay, let's see what has come out. Whoa, that one wants to come out too. All right. So the first card out is Change, Earth, Allowance. Soul Time appears in the reverse, although everything's kind of just flying around. And then lastly, the one that flew off the back at the end is Cosmic Flower. Something is changing and evolving here, a very earthly realm matter. So we're not talking necessarily about the inner changes at this point. We're talking about a structure here again that is needing to be corrected. So something materially is shifting and changing, and allowing this to come forward. It's like this puts, I think, you in a precarious situation, but now that you have information, it's like you feel compelled to present evidence that exposes something in order to heal a situation here for this rebirth to happen. So I think that this is a powerful activation for you as well, because of your determination to do the difficult thing, to bring the difficult speech, to raise our voice in some way, to expose something. We are overcoming a time where something that was corrupt against us was never perhaps made right, or no one spoke up for us. It's like a powerful moment of you having been prepared for exposing this situation for perhaps your whole life. Third eye chakra and passion, Merkaba, and divine feminine. So I don't know the exact situation for all of you clearly, but for some of you, this is going to have to do, and going a little further, a little deeper here, behind divine feminine is romantic love, crown chakra, tantric journey, and compassion. So you're opening people's minds and eyes about something about the divine feminine. So what I'm sensing, I'm feeling the pressure to not say. I'm trying to feel through the energies, and it feels like suppression of the feminine. It feels like a misrepresentation, a gaslighting of the value and the contributions made of the feminine in a situation. So I don't know if this is a boss taking credit for somebody's insights and framing them as their own, or discounting the contributions of the feminine in some way. There seems to be the suppression of a feminine, perhaps within a romantic love. And again, this could be a parental thing, or something that you had already faced up with. But so with you speaking up for this exposure, it is you being the empowered feminine. I'm sensing there was something yesterday I heard about, not in the man eating Kali way or something, but I didn't care for that comment. But in this situation, it's coming back up, but it's coming up with not Kali, but Lilith, the supposed first wife of Adam, and how that story might have some bearing on the situation here about the suppression, the denying, the first wife, the outcast, the 13th fairy. Is that a thing? Um, yeah, so we've only got a few more minutes. Let me see here. Um, yes, I'll get just a couple of cards from this deck. Any further insight, information, or assistance that can be offered for us here? We have the first one out is vibrational. The second card, prayers. Okay. The two of those together is talking about our ability to hold space for on the energetic level, for the shift and the change. So maybe you have said things and haven't been able to get it across to the right people. There's something here about your ability, your psychic ability to energetically do some type of energy work, light working, recognition, to bring something to light. So yeah, you're fearing some type of retribution, I think, for exposing something, but this is going to bring something so powerfully forward. I think that this is something that you cannot deny. It feels like you're unable to hold it in any longer, that you need to bring it into the light. Intuition. Yes, and that's the other thing too, is it keeps coming through with, on the intuitive level, maybe it's something that you really can't put your finger on again, something that you really can't find evidence of, but maybe you still feel under pressure being told by your instincts and intuition that this is something that needs to be brought up. Like, I mean, I hate to even bring this into the light of day, but if you suspect there is a toxic or life and death situation with a child or a spouse of a toxic individual, um, it's like you might not have the evidence, but you can see the markings on the wall. You understand at the vibrational level the implications and the escalation of some type of a situation or or financial controlling situation where somebody may be being extorted or not being seen as being oppressed in some situation. If your instincts are such, you know, especially if you are somebody who is in a mandatory reporting situation like a social worker or a counselor or a psychologist, a doctor, there are mandatory reporters, a public service or public health official. If your intuition is telling you something, I believe that you do not need evidence in order to suspect and to report. You have duty to report. And I feel like that, even if we are not obligated by contract or by our chosen career, I believe that there are so many of us that need to speak out on these intuitions without malice, but in order to be in our own spiritual integrity. There goes the wind. It's like we need to take quite seriously the atrocities that we are aware of and to assist individuals to break free from any faulty authority. Caretaker. You are the caretaker of your brethren here, your sisters and your brothers, your surrogate children in spirit. It's our spiritual accountable responsibility to bring something forward, and that's the way I'm feeling in your energy right now. Yeah, I don't even want to speak it, but there is somebody here who may be suspecting somebody of some type of either harassment with their coworkers or somebody who is in a position of power or influence over the vulnerable, who is exploiting people or grooming people in some type of a way. And Violet Flame, this is powerful from Saint Germain, asking you to help alchemize and shift the dynamic through the power of your intuition and the messages and the courage that you have, the capacity to see the situation is speaking very, very intentionally and intensely to you. Let's get you a final oracle card here, and then if we have time, let's get some Art of War to help you to strategize to protect the situation. Dancing in the rainbow. Break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. Express happiness. Find out what you truly desire. So if this is you in a situation of exploitation, your intuition is correct. There is someone being manipulated, exploited, or controlled here, or held, that their power is being leveraged against them. Disengage from outcomes. Yes, that's exactly what I was hearing with that dance in the rainbows. It's like you need to, what I was getting is you need to put all of your energy, this vibrational, prayerful energy, towards the highest outcome and not think about the implications so much as the necessity of acting, because hopefully we'll find out that something is baseless, but our ability to act is empowering. Yeah, so let go so that you can open yourself to the highest love that you deserve. Find ways to release worry and any unresolved lack of forgiveness that you may be holding on to it. at this time. So, yeah, stop justifying it. Stop seeing or talking yourself around and gaslighting your own intuition here, because there's something here that you are meant to uplift and take out of a perhaps dangerous situation. So, yeah, don't worry about the outcome. Just take some action. 26, where you need to be. Acknowledge how you're truly feeling here. Have faith that the universe will take care of your current concerns by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. So if you're fearful to leave a dangerous situation, know that you are protected, you are provided for, and that it's worth it. You are worth it to get yourself into a safe and secure situation. I'd like to encourage you to find any type of resource information, phone numbers, and to provide those. I'll try to get some in the links. Offer your foe a golden bridge. A disagreement can turn nasty in the blink of an eye. Offering a golden bridge to your opponent to retreat over, even if it's sending them a message asking to talk, can start the healing process. Defeat is humiliating. Retreating over this bridge helps them avoid the humiliation and can motivate them to reconnect with you. So if you've offended somebody who's in this toxic environment, there may be the need to say, hey, whatever we said, let's not think about that. My door is always open to you, right? To make sure that that person has the most number of people that can help them. And this can even pertain to addiction recovery and such. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. Oof, yes. And if you find yourself in a combative, difficult, toxic situation, these things can truly escalate. The word escalate keeps coming through. Be careful if you feel that this situation could go in that direction. Make sure to leave your own self in out. Take a friend, um, something such as that. Sun Tzu said, thus, the one who is skillful at keeping the enemy on the move maintains deceitful appearances, according to which the enemy will then act. He sacrifices something that the enemy may snatch at it. So there's this bait and switch going on here. So I don't know if this is your strategy, so that if you keep somebody kind of responding to questions, you can sort of talk them around and find somebody trapping themselves in an admonition of some type of guilt or to expose themselves. Maybe you need to record somebody in some type of a way with some innocent, well planned information. Thus, it may be known that the leader of armies is the arbiter of the people's fate, the man on whom it depends whether the nation shall be in peace or in peril. So you're somehow maybe taking out the leader of an organization, and you're taking very seriously that they are leading many individuals down a slippery slope, and you are the one building the golden bridge to not only let that individual expose themselves and get themselves out of the situation by choice, but you're also building the bridge for anyone who has been exploited or victimized to come back over and to know that they're supported and that they have